In today's video, I'll be talking about a new project on Binance Smart Chain, which I'm really excited about. And what I find really interesting about this project is that it's not like the other BSC projects which are coming up every day, which are basically just a copy paste of Pancake, and they just offer the same set of options, and they just do some rebranding with the yield programs they're offering, and they're just trying to compete in offering higher and higher APYs, and which, as we can see in majority of the projects, are not sustainable, and it goes down after a time. Today I'll be talking about this project called bDollar, which is basically an algorithmic stablecoin, which was designed upon the approach which was created for a project called Basis, but which was later not completed because of some regulatory restrictions in the United States. But this time, the team behind bDollar, they implemented this project on Binance Smart Chain, and I think it has been launched end of December. So it has been running for more than 2 months now, and so far it has been performing very stable. I had been tracking this project I think for a week or so now, and I think 5 days back I decided to start investing some money into this project. And what I'll share with you today is just based on my experience, so don't consider it as a financial advice. Do your own research and check about this project yourself and make a decision only when you have done your investigation and you are convinced about the project. So when you land into the homepage of this project, which is bDollar.fi, you would see a screen which shows how much a dollar is locked currently into the project, and that the project is built upon three tokens: bDollar, bDollar share, and bDollar bond. bDollar is the algorithmic stablecoin which the project keeps producing at a predetermined rate, and bDollar share is a coin which, when you hold, it would generate a set number of BDOs, which will be given to you as rewards. And bDollar bond is a security bond which you receive in case the value of bDollar is less than $1. It's something like a IOU note which you can redeem later when the price of the bDollar goes above $1. But currently, since the time I have been tracking, the due to the demand, the value of bDollar is always more than $1. So during the last week or so, it is moving between 1.1 to $1.2, and currently, as you can see, it's $1.21. And when you move from home to this section called boardroom, here you would be able to see how much SBDO you're holding. So through these buttons, you can deposit or withdraw the SBDO. As you can see, I have a little over one SBDO deposited, and here this will keep getting refreshed with the amount of BDO you have earned and which you can withdraw. And as you can see here, I currently have a little over 95 BDO, which I can claim. And currently, this is the daily earnings which I'm receiving. As you can see, the APR currently is 630%. And this, I think, last week it was about 1000 percentage. Now it has reduced. This is mainly because the price of SBDO has gone up since last week, which I'll show to you later. And this APR is linked to what is the current price of SBDO. So as the price of SBDO goes up, this APR will come down a bit. But the rate of BDO which you get, depending on how much SBDO you're holding, would remain more or less fixed. So it would make more sense to purchase SBDO when there is a price correction. But I think for the last month or so, there's just been a very consistent increase in the price, and even I'm waiting for a dip so I can collect more SBDO. And another thing which you will notice here is the expansion rate, which shows here 1%, and this indicates at what rate the new BDO will be created and distributed to the SBDO holders. And this I'll be showing again in what's the plan the project has created about controlling this expansion rate. And a few days back, this expansion rate was 1.25. So during that couple of days, I was receiving about 125 BDO for the one SBDO I'm holding. And since this rate reduced from 1.25 to 1, this daily video generation rate has come down to between 95 to 100, but that's still decent. And here you will see something like a which is called next senior age, and it will be like a countdown. It will happen every 6 hours. So the payouts are driven by epochs, which is followed by I think many DeFi projects, and every 6 hours you will receive a set of BDO. So in my case, for one S BDO deposited, I receive between 22 to 24 BDOs. So uh, every 6 hours mean it happened, the distribution happened 4 times a day. So this 22 to 24 BDOs, I net get about 95 to 100 BDO every day. And when you look at the bank section, during the initial phase, they had created some staking pools through Pancake where you could receive BDO in rewards, but that period is now completed. So the only active pool on Pancake Swap is for creating a liquidity pool of BDO and BNB, which will reward you cake. But this currently I'm not using. And what I am investing in is the shares where you receive SBDO as a reward. So here, as we all know that, creating a liquidity pool exposes you to the risk of impermanent loss, and investing in a liquidity pool which has a token which fluctuates the loss has a higher risk involved. That's why I'm not investing in the pools for BDO, BNB or SBDO and BUSD. The reason being that SBDO price has been rising very rapidly and BNB price has as well been rising very rapidly. So any sudden price fluctuation would give you impermanent loss. So I did not select this. But as BDO has been more or less stable and it fluctuates to a very limited extent usually between 1.1 to 1.2, and even if when the project stabilizes later, it might get closer to fluctuating between 1 and 1.1. That's why I decided to invest in this pool so I can earn some additional SBDO. Bonds would be generated every time the BDO price falls under 1. Currently, I have not seen it, but here basically, if the price of bDollar is less than $1, you would receive this bDollar bond. And here basically, you will be able to redeem them or claim them once the price goes over 1 again. And you get a bit of a premium for holding this bDollar bond when you redeem it. So you'll get a little over $1 when you close it. I've not been using the lottery because I think there are not many people. Maybe this might pick up later. And if I look at the price action for uh, bDollar share or SBDO during the last couple of days, when I purchased this one SBDO, it was around 5,300, 5,400. My average price for buying this one token of SBDO I think came around 5,400. So currently I'm already at a very good profit, and if it continues rising at this rate, maybe by next week it would have already doubled in value, going above 10,000 for my investment of 5,000. But I'm not planning to sell it, and even if in the future there are some price fluctuations with the price going up or down, I plan to hold it long term because so far the project looks very stable, and it has also been audited by Certic, and I also checked this on the website of Certic. So this looks like a legitimate, stable project, and which would be worthwhile to hold on to in a long term. And if I go to the Yield Watch site, here you can see that I have I'm currently holding one SBDO token, which is now worth more than 8.3 thousand dollars. And here I can also track the returns I've received. So I've been holding this token for I think 5 days now, and for the previous 4 days I've already received 407 BDO, and today after I collect these 95 BDO which have been generated, it would be about 500, a little over 500 BDO, which in the I think because currently it's valuated at around $1.2, which would be a little more than $600. So that basically means for my investment of $4,500, the token has already appreciated to $8.3 thousand, and I've already received rewards worth more than $600. So I think this is a very decent payout rate. And like I mentioned earlier, I've also created this liquidity pool where I invested about $3,000. This I created yesterday, just a day back. So here you can see that within a day I have received about $36 worth of SBDO, which I need to claim. And this liquidity pool also has been going up in value because when I had created this pool, it was I think just around $3,000, and due to there was a little increase in the price of BDO. I think 1.15 to it went up to 1.2. So that's why you see a little increase in my holding value for this liquidity pool. And this is the one main reason why I think this project has a long-term stability, because most of the high degenerate rates which are offered by the other projects on BSC, I've noticed that they just keep going down very rapidly as the day passes, and very soon the project and the all the hype around it just dies out. But I think bDollar, they have planned it well and it is progressing in a very controlled manner. So if you go through the documentation which the project has shared, you would notice that they have already planned out how they want to control the release of the tokens. So as you can see here, they've already planned what would be the expansion rate of releasing new bDollars. So to control a situation where there's excess supply in the market, and they started off with an expansion rate of 3%. So, like I mentioned, for a current 1%, if you're receiving $100 a day, at this 3%, for people who got into the project right from the first day, they would have been receiving $300 for each token they were holding. I think that would have been an incredible rate. And currently, the project just crossed 50 million mark. So here, this you'll be able to track in the home page. Like there's a supply of 55 million BDO. So that's why the rate came down from 1.25%, so roughly $125 to now $100. And the next milestone would be when the project hits the 100 million landmark, then this rate would be further reduced to 75%. And you will also be able to check the emission rates in this section called regulations. And here you can see that, roughly in each epoch, depending on the current price, this generation is usually between 500K to 600K, whatever, and it might fluctuate a little, but usually it's around this range. So this basically means, considering there are four epochs every day, there are about 2 million of bDollar printed every day. So to move from 20 to 50, which is 30 million, this would happen in about 2 weeks. Somewhere between 2 to 3 weeks, this had happened. And the next movement, which is 50 million to 100 million, this needs about 50 million more tokens to be printed, and that would mean about 25 days. So in little less than 1 month, the rate would again reduce to 0.75. And after that, it will be slowed down a bit, because then it will be about 3 to 4 months, and that rate will hold till I think end of this year. And by end of this year, this will reduce further. But I think these rates are also very decent, because what will happen is after next month, the rate payout for each token would come down to $75 and then $50. And finally, when the project come goes down to the last reduction in the expansion rate, it would be 0.25%, which would be about $25 per day for each token you're holding. So it might seem that it's a bit lower than the yield other projects are offering, but if you look at it from a perspective of a stable investment, just think of it this way. For somebody who's buying one SBDO token and he has a guaranteed income of about $25 a day would be something like $750. No, this would be about $600 a month, which is, I think, a decent amount. Which so what I'm expecting is that as the project progresses and more and more people get aware about it, and as the project is developing as per their roadmap, as on track, then the people will get more credibility about this project, and so this would probably see more investors. And when I was interacting with the other people who are investing in this project through their Telegram group, I noticed that right now, I think most of the investors are retail. So it's not like, some whale has not got into this project. That's why when we look at the price movement, it has been very linear and, moving in a as more people start buying it, it keeps going up. So as you can see, it started off by end of December, and uh, after it remained pretty flat for during January, and after that, I think after the first month of operation, when more people got to know about it, it rapidly started increasing. I think after the reduction in the expansion payout rate of rewards, there was a bit of a dip, and now it has been going up. And I think this would go further up as the project completes its next landmark. And one thing which was surprising for me was that here you see a sudden spike in demand from 6,000 level to 8,000, and currently it's between 8,300 and $8,400. And this happened despite the reduction in expansion rate. When the payout reduced from 1.25% to 1%, still there was a significant jump. So demand is still going up. And I saw that during the last few days, there have been a bit of a FUD about the future of Binance Smart Chain projects, because there was a release by Vitalik that he's going to soon implement some changes which would reduce the ETH transaction fees, and that's why now people who are into BSC are wondering, if soon there might be a movement back from BSC into Ethereum. But I think for projects which are working on a stable operations, it should not be much of a worry. So that's why I'll, irrespective of whether there's a big difference with the new rollout of ETH, at least SBDO is one BSC project which I plan to hold on for a long time. I would definitely recommend you to check out the project. And in case you have any questions or something you would like to understand more details about this project, do let me know in the comments. Thank you.